In this video I'll show you some of the highlights with the new SAP PIT test tool for SP15 of 7.5. So one of the major things that make it a lot easier to use is that you can now actually see the messages that you're sending in, what are they, the attributes that you have, and the headers, and then compare them with the outgoing result and be really easy to see what is different. Before, you only had this XML representation that showed you what was wrong in which area, and it was really difficult to actually see the changes here. Now you can actually see it in a graphical interface and see where there are some changes. In this item I've removed a line item, and obviously that can be a little difficult to determine how this one has been removed, but at least you can see it, and you can do extra verification manually in seeing where this works. The other things that have happened is that right now you can go from your test data and just click launch verification, run, and this will run this test case, send it in as a job block, and you can do verification on it. Previously you had to go up, create a new job, and schedule it, and that was sometimes a little difficult to do. The other big thing is that you now, previously when you created a test script, you only had the option to map the sender information, not the receiver information. With the new one, you have option here to add rules about how structures should be compared in the receiving system. So in this case, from a productive system it's called receiver, in the DPO it's called sender, and with this you have the option to make it more flexible, and once you're copying data from your productive system, run it with these data and validate that it works. I think from my user perspective, I think these are the three main areas that have been approved. Some of the other ones is the option to use a decentral adapter integration, where it's looking up data in the SLD. Delete was apparently missing, and then run test case, we saw that, and detailed error views, and where you can see what's actually being changed in the document. So this makes it a lot easier to use to run these test cases and set up ignoring, and obviously in here you also have the option to add XPath expression, and I think there's actually also comparison of, so here we can set up expression that it should ignore this specific elements. Test case creation is the same. I think I would say you select where you want to select the data from, how many messages do you want in which period. We have selected 5 now, and then you can create a test case like that if you have selected an ICO that has been configured with the right settings. So now we can see it's been created, and we can run it and verify that it looks identical. So it is easy to set up these test cases. There's still some limitations on it, but the SAP is still working on the tool, improving something. But definitely the graphical editor or viewer makes it a lot easier to see what's going on, if there's any differences. So if you liked it, please give me a like. If you want to try out or see a different testing tool, go try the FIGAF EAT tool at figaf.com.